Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to the Let's Play Devil May Cry 5. We have 3 missions left in the game. And also Virgil's back, so we know where this is going. We're not quite there yet. Instead, we have to go back to the Clypoth. This time, it's a little more visually interesting. Just for the presence of a really beautiful skybox.
Never would have guessed you'd come back. Damn it, V. Was this your plan all along?
So on top of Virgil being back, in other super cool news, we have King Cerberus now in double Kalina Ann to show off.
Hey guys, where you been? I thought you went back into Virgil. You're gonna wish you did.
Oh, the wise guy Dante. We were spawned from Virgil's abominable thoughts. But you knew that already.
Come to think of it, I did know something was off. Just like with my old brother.
Well, we're merely the discarded thoughts from when he was Milo-Angelo. No longer bound in his consciousness. We're here now to kill you of our own free will. Liberating! And kill you we shall, Dante. Us, not Virgil.
So our final non-Virgil fights of the game are against these familiars, the DMC1 callback enemies, Griffin, Shadow, and Nightmare. Also, holy shit, this is the main reason I love Double Kalina Ann. You also get stuff like Double Hysteric with it. Of course, there is a remix of Flock Off from DMC1. It's also got the best track name of any song in this game. Grilled tandoori smoke. It just makes me real hungry for Indian food. That's kind of just my default state, though. Oh, he got nice and close to the ground for this, too. Oh.
Give me some time out.
Great. Can't wait for the rematch.
So Griffin flies off, and you can kind of figure that the formula is going to go, we'll fight Griffin alone, we'll fight Shadow alone, and then we'll eventually get our showdown with all 3. And that's something worth looking forward to. For now, let's look forward to this! Holy shit, I love King Cerberus. I love all the weapons in this game so much. King Cerberus is our last weapon. It's a multifaceted weapon. So we have our staff form, our nunchucks, and the lightning whip. And each of those different forms has a different element attached to it. So we have the ice, we have the fire, we have the lightning. And the way this works is that all of your regular attacks use ice, all the attacks with the style button or the fire staff, and then the lightning whip comes out when you hold either style or attack for a moment and then release it. And then obviously all of that stuff can be modified with delays or directional inputs, which gives it a huge moveset and a lot of variability in how you flow into the different moves. Like you can hold, you can go from the ice to the fire to the lightning in a really cool free-flowing way.
Oops. That doesn't sound good.
Like, you can chain them together really well. Especially because holding attack or holding style for the lightning moves gives you different lightning attacks depending on which one you're holding down. And you can hold them down independently and charge them up while you're using the other button to attack. So you can be holding regular attack to charge the regular attack version of the lightning abilities, while you're hitting the style button for the fire staff, and then just release both of them and go straight from, you know, your fire moves straight into lightning. Kind of helps to claw grip the controller for some of those, too. The only thing that this mission is lacking is really other enemy encounters aside from Shadow, Griffin, and Nightmare. There are a few, but there's nothing really notable going on there. So it does really end up highlighting them pretty well. But it could use a little more. Especially given that these are the last regular enemy fights of the game. And Shadow, like, again, it's a remix of his DMC1 theme, and he gets everything. Everything that you remember, including Skewer, which you can step on again, just like you can with V. And speaking of V, him and Nico were the first characters designed because they needed something brand new, so they prioritized them. And initially, the team hated V because there were so many complex elements to him and all of his familiars. It's essentially multiple characters is what it is. I wish you would do. There it is. We went the wrong way. And I messed that one up. Yeah, it's essentially multiple characters in one. Even if all of his combined familiars' movesets were just the size of one character's movesets, you're still talking about much more animation work, much more iteration, much more design work, a lot more chances for programming failures, bugs. It just becomes that much more complex. There are so many more moving parts when it's spread out across multiple characters like that. I mean, think of Nightmare alone. Nightmare isn't just a bespoke creature with its own moveset that necessitates, you know, careful balance, a lot of animations. It's how quickly do you unlock moves, how does V interact with him, his collision, how does he interact with the camera, even unique things like all the environmental interactions. And then you multiply all those things that you have to take into consideration by 3 or by 4, actually. V, Nightmare, Shadow, and Griffin. So the team was like, do we really need V in the game? And of course the answer was yes. God, the game is better for it. And it gives them something to build on for the future, which is always super exciting. It's everything about game development. The more you learn about it, the more you realize that it is an incredible craft, and it shouldn't even be possible for something so complex to come out, let alone be so seamless feeling and good. Because the order of magnitude of complexity of a AAA game is fucking astonishing. The number of moving parts that all have to fit together and not just break every 5 seconds is really mind-boggling. One of many reasons to appreciate this fucking amazing game. And I think these are our final actual enemies of the game, which are just 2 knights. I do appreciate that the Cavalier has armor like that. Wish I had flowed into the style combo a little bit better. Oh, I didn't quite get him. The last hit didn't pop him up. Like, nothing feels better than that sequence. Flicker jabs just to light it up. That big-ass tornado punch. Oh, shit. Wish I pulled him in. I think it can, actually. Yeah, and then the real impact. Like, that one sequence, I will use the hell out of it just because it's that fun. So we've had Griffin on his own. We've had Shadow on his own. So, it's not Nightmare on his own. Instead, it's Griffin and Shadow together. And that creates, that extra layer creates a lot of chaos. If you don't manage the camera carefully, which it's a little bit hard to do in an arena this big, and with Griffin being so mobile. Alternatively, you could also just focus on Griffin. Yeah. Oh, good. Was worried that he was going to pop out of the orb for a second. His stalemate. Or is it checkmate? Damn it. Oh, I love this so much! Shit, it went through. I'm just having a good time with this. Not even necessarily trying to style, I'm just enjoying this full moveset that I finally get.
That couldn't stop you? Oh, you ain't so bad.
Because we finally have everything.
It's like I'm back on Malay Island.
Ah, cute reference. Also, I'm a really bad steward of the summon swords for Dante. If you haven't noticed, I forget to use the sword formation and the style swords pretty often. It's one of those things that's still so new to me that I will just forget about it. For now. Won't always be the case, but for now it is. Hell yeah! And finally, of course, Nightmare's theme is also a DMC1 remake. Remix. But what I was saying before, oh yeah, we also have one more thing to show off for this, which is Delusion. Oh man, I can't get a good camera angle of it. That's a shame. We also have quadruple S, and the way that works, we didn't get to see it there because I was not in triple S, but whenever you're in Sin DT and you have a triple S ranking, it actually allows you to cancel out of Sin DT early, whereas normally you have to, you just have to live in it. You have to be in Sin DT until the bar runs out. You have a triple S though, which is not that hard to attain. Oh shit, he flanked me from on screen. That normally doesn't happen. With quadruple S, it just allows you, whenever you have a triple S ranking, to cancel out of Sin DT. So it just adds an extra little wrinkle to it, these cancels. Speaking of which, I did not mean to pop that. But we're going to make the most of it. So you can get Griffin and Shadow out of the fight for a little bit. They will eventually come back. And also, whenever Nightmare returns, he will heal them. Just like how it works in for V's mechanics. If you summon Nightmare, it'll heal the other familiars. And then eventually, Nightmare will come back. And what we were doing with the big pustules of blood around the stage, breaking them, is we're giving him fewer spots to heal from. If he ever goes to some of those purple glowy spots, he can heal. Look how much damage this does to him. Goddamn, Cavalier's so good. We might not stop. Damn. I wasn't thinking about that before I was right over him, that he wouldn't stop. Twirling towards freedom. I'm in a really bad spot with the camera. Damn, this feels like the most danger I've been in. And it shouldn't be. It'll be fine, though. I would love him to do his big fuck-off hype laser. He usually teleports to the exact opposite end of the arena. Oh, I think oh no, he's gonna try to heal. That's what that's all about. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. Should be it. Oh yeah!
Should have known better. You got a good heart, but you're about as sharp as a marble.
Perhaps. But if you had even a little bit of trouble defeating us, imagine what Virgil can do to you. Go see for yourself. Us. This is our final flight. And the end of Virgil's nightmares. Godspeed, Dante. You'll need it.
Rest in peace, little chicken. It's been a bash. Dante!
He's got this! We gotta go, now!
So this guy Virgil, you know him?
Vaguely, yes.
Dante said that guy's my father. What the hell's going on, Trish?
His logic is sound. I had a hunch myself.
This doesn't make any sense!
I know you hate Virgil, but you can't kill your own father!
It's true. You'd never recover from that. You saved us. You should be proud. Now you can put all this behind you.
Go stop the car!
No chance! After all this, are you insane?
Fine. I'll go by myself.
Alrighty, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I know this call to action is goofy and tedious and every YouTuber does it, but it's for a good reason. It helps me out a lot. Also visit the links in the description, which includes links to my Twitter and Patreon. And ring the bell, because for some reason subscribing isn't enough to guarantee my videos make it to your sub boxes. Thank you all for watching, take it easy, have a good one.